welcome back to another episode of Simply Shaunte with me, Jaleesa Shaunte. So happy to have you here for another episode. And if y'all only knew how much it took me to make this damn episode, I'm not even exaggerating. This is like my 10th time trying to record this daggone episode. I done had so many tech issues. It has been so annoying, but I'm trying to be disciplined and I'm trying to still do my goddamn thing. So if this don't work or if it's messed up, I'm sorry, but I'm not playing. It's been 10 times, but I'm always coming with the good tea and the good vibes, and we got stuff to talk about. So whether this episode come out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm still gonna put this daggone episode out. Hello, okay, because I got to tell y'all what's going on, and I did talk about this on episode 5 of this season. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about some more of this whole downfall of Diddy and all these allegations and all this crazy stuff that this sir got going on. So yes, he does have a lawsuit with Rodney Lil Rod Jones, and some of those charges have been dropped. So I'm gonna break it down. It's not just a case closed situation, but according to TMZ, anyway, a judge has made some decisions in the civil suit saying that some of these legal arguments, based on what the judge has seen that far, it isn't just strong enough to move forward in that particular way. So the judge dismissed some of the charges, including the racketeering charge. It was like a whole idea of this pattern of bad behavior, but you can't really say that it's been bad behavior because he didn't even get convicted of those charges. So you can't act like, oh, he did this and he did that. I mean, yeah, clearly we all seen the video, and yes, that was definitely trifling, and he should definitely get charged for doing that. Hell yeah. But it's like you can't just sit up here and be like it's a history of violence if he's never really been charged with all that stuff. Also, the claim for under the Trafficking Victims Protection Act that was aimed directly at his company, Combs Global, that got the boot too. And before anybody's like, oh, I told y'all this man ain't do nothing, it doesn't mean the whole lawsuit is over and it's just dusted. It just means that the legal angles that his team was trying to go, take those whole specific roads, they can't take those. They got to, go a different way about it. But the key about it is that the core allegations of sexual assault and other misconduct that Lil Rod had made against Diddy, they're very much still in play. The judge's decision was more about the specific legal framework of some of those claims and not the actual accusations themselves. So while some of those legal avenues are closed off from right now, the more serious stuff, it's still growing strong. And this is a developing story. So I just wanted to come back and give some more information about what's going on, and we will keep you all updated about what is happening. But shifting gears a little bit, but still keeping in the realm of all things entertainment, this whole beef, quote unquote beef, because it really is not no beef, it's just really a misunderstanding between Lauren LaRosa and Just Hilarious. Let's get into that because I got to give my 2 cents.
Let me talk my shit. More ice on my wrist. Even on your best day, little bitch still couldn't do it like this. If he had one wish.
So for those of you who might have missed the whole tension that's going on with the Breakfast Club, it seems like there's some unresolved feelings between Lauren LaRosa and Just Hilarious. So a part of the backstory is that Lauren was actually filling in for Jess to cover for her while Jess was on maternity leave. But it sounds like when Jess returned, there might have been some confusion about how things were going to play out, who was doing what, and maybe, obviously a lack of communication, because Jess took this whole situation to social media because nobody was telling her anything she felt like, and she was confused as far as what her future's gonna look like on the Breakfast Club. How is this gonna be set up? Because like she said, she signed a contract for 3 people, but we got 4 people. They got Lauren LaRosa still doing Just with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa, and that was just very weird. So Jess took it to social media she wanted them to get a clarification, get some answers, what's going on. So of course they talked about it on the Breakfast Club the next day. And to me, it definitely felt like Charlamagne and DJ Envy, they were like trying to gaslight Jess and try to act like she was wrong. Maybe she could have went about it a different way, but I'm not somebody to tell anybody how they should act in certain situations, because you feel how you feel. And if she felt she wasn't getting enough answers by doing it the correct way, yeah, she would know what's up. She wanted to know what's up with her job. So I can't say I fault her, because to each his own. Lauren probably wouldn't have, acted like that, but they are two different people in their own right and mind. So after this whole situation and everybody sitting there talking about it on the Breakfast Club, they did have some of the callers chime in, and it seemed like from the opinions that everybody else was just confused as well. It's like Jess came back, Lauren's still here, she's doing just with the mess with Lauren LaRosa, and it's just like, what? Because I know I was kind of confused. I really didn't know, what was going on with that either. But it seems like that whole bringing it to the Breakfast Club and them talking about it, it did kind of clear the air a little bit. I really just didn't like DJ Envy and Charlamagne really gassing just like that. I didn't like that. Charlamagne was telling her, don't look at the comments. Don't look at the comments. But it's like, we're human. People are going to look at the comments naturally. So just to sit up there and be like, don't look at the comments. Like, I really thought that was kind of weird. And I was like, sir, you look at them. The Breakfast Club has to look at them, obviously, because if they didn't look at them, Lauren wouldn't still have the job, right or wrong. People kept saying, oh, Lauren is doing a great job. She needs to keep this position. So based on those comments, that's why she's still there. Okay, so that was kind of weird. And then even when Jess came back and it was her first day, instead of being like, oh, congratulations on your baby, so happy for you and your family, welcome back, even Lauren was sitting up here talking about what the people were saying in the comments, trying to put them separate, apart, and against each other. So I thought that was a little shady. I thought that was a little weird that Charlamagne would say that. I really felt like they was gaslighting her, but I think that it was good to have that whole conversation on there, because I think it kind of helped them to express their feelings and unpack that whole situation so that everybody can get it off their chest and feel comfortable. Now, with that being said, they have changed the whole, before that prior, they have the latest with Lauren now, instead of calling it Just with the Mess, which just makes more sense naturally. But Lauren LaRosa will now also have her own podcast based on what she was doing on the Breakfast Club with the latest with Lauren. And I think that she's doing a great job. I'm wishing her much success on her podcast and everything that she has going on. I am subscribed to her. I do watch her, and I think that she is a great role model for people our age, and I think that she is great. I also think that Jess is great in her own right. She's like the comedic relief, and it's good having somebody on there like her too, to just throw in those little funny things, those little funny aspects, just to keep the show not dry, because without Jess, I feel like it would definitely be dry on that show, for real. And Jess did do an interview on Club Shay Shay. She was talking about her family, her life growing up in Baltimore. She was also talking about other topics such as 50 Cent, Lil Meech. She said Lil Meech looks like Rob Schneider, and I cannot unsee that now. Like, he definitely looks like that man. If you really look at it, like, he definitely looks like him. She was also talking about Rashida and Kurt and saying how that's a true marriage right there. If cheating is a true marriage, then to each his own, but it couldn't be me. You have babies, all this stuff on the side. I mean, shoot, I've never been married, so I don't know. Maybe that's what come with it. But if it come with it, Lord, I don't want that for my life. No, thank you. That is too much trauma, too much drama, and too many headaches. No, thank you. Speaking of which, she was also talking about other relationships such as Cardi B and Offset. And apparently what she said kind of upset Offset, because this morning they were also talking about his tweets, because he took it to social media like he always do, and he was tweeting, talking about how she was apparently hating on another female, quote unquote, being Lauren. So it was surprising to Jess because she didn't know about it. She did say that Offset had messaged her, but she really didn't open it. She just saw that he had said something to her. But it's like, Offset, everybody has been saying this pretty much. Like, so how are you upset at just because she said it? And it's like you trying to take a dig, which, like she said, she was asked the question. It's Club Shay Shay. These people are in the entertainment industry. Who is entertainment? You, sir. So of course, when stuff comes up, certain topics and subjects, they're going to be talking about it. Ain't that what come with being in the limelight? Like, that's what I thought. So it's like you mad at her because what she said, but pretty much everybody else saying the same thing. Even Lauren said that it was a fair question and she gave a fair answer. And they said, come up there to the Breakfast Club, sir. If you got something to say, come on, bring it up there to the Breakfast Club. It seemed like Lauren was siding with Jess. So I really like seeing that dynamic with them two and watching them grow into each other and both be on the show. I really think that it's awesome, and I really like that. Two black women, they stand together like, sir, you ain't finna. They already had that conversation. Don't sit there and try to put them against each other again. But if you missed it, go ahead and check out the Breakfast Club, their episodes. It was getting a little messy on there, and I like it. I like it. Yes, I don't really like watch too much TV. I do a little bit. I'm more so in like a scroller on TikTok more than anything. I watch podcasts and stuff. I do watch a little bit of TV, however, y'all know it's a few shows that I can't never miss. Baddies being one of them. But it's another show that I want to talk about that I've been watching. So let's get into a little bit of what's on my watch list. So as you all know, I am an avid Baddies watcher. I like Baddies. I watch it often. I don't miss an episode. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable watching this show because I am an avid believer in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And what you're not gonna do is sit up here and play. Y'all be sitting up here acting like y'all be praying, but I know y'all ain't praying to my Lord and Savior the way y'all be acting. No shade, but it's just like, it's just very frustrating to me, and I don't like that. And I feel like you playing, and like them whole times they do that kind of stuff, I always fast forward, and it's like y'all just doing it too much now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, in this whole, like, I know I keep talking about it, but that girl Summer, it just irritates me that somebody even acts like that. Like, you are almost 30 years old and you still up here talking about some, I want that, I need that, I gotta have that. Like, you are a grown woman. I can't sit up there and believe that you acting like that, especially after what happened. Like, pretty much this girl said that this girl said she got shot. Someone was saying she was a set up ass female, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's like, that is just crazy and ridiculous. I know it. Like, it's just people like that, I just do not like them. And it's like, I feel like if they're gonna have her on the show, I just can't even watch it no more because it's that bad and it's just that disgusting. Like, y'all need to have mental evaluations for these people before they come on the show. Because, like, is she all right? Like, I've never seen like somebody just, well, I have. It is people that act like that, but it's just ridiculous and it's kind of sad to see. And I feel like instead of her having on this show acting like that, like, y'all need to go get that girl some help because she really need it. And I don't feel like I can just watch it anymore. It's overwhelming. It's just too much. All that arguing. Like, you can say, stand here, turn next to the girl to you and just slap her. Why? For what? And shout out to all them girls that don't do that stuff because that shit is very lame. It's very lame. So I don't know. We'll see. I might be trying to give 1 or 2 episodes a chance. But like I said, $3.99 because ain't no way. So I figured I had to have other shows that I like to watch to have some good balance because that show, I can't. I don't know. I say I might watch it, but I just can't. It's just too much. So instead of watching all of that foolishness, there is another show that I think everybody should watch. It is so good. It is very much sci-fi, fantasy. It is very, I don't know. I ain't never seen a show like this, and I think everybody should watch it. It comes on Amazon, and it is called The Wheel of Time. As of yesterday, I think it was like in the top 5. It needs to be the number 1 because this last episode, season 3, episode 4, no joke, it is the best episode of any show I have ever seen. Even if you don't watch the rest of the show, just watch season 3, episode 4. It was just so good. I've never seen a show broken down like that, up to the point where I started like Googling to figure out like what this show is about, like where it come from. Apparently it's a book series, but I was like, I have to know like what is going on with this show. So it's pretty much just like young people and them going through life and trying to find themselves in this whole mysterious world, this mystic world that they live in is definitely not here. I don't know. It got all kind of like creepy crawly like little creatures in it and stuff. But it is such a good show. It's just the way that it is playing, the actors, the actresses, it's just amazing. And I really feel like everybody should watch it. It's just pretty much them going through their own strength, journeys, struggles, trying to find themselves. And that's a lot of stuff that a lot of people can deal with and resonate with in their own right. So I don't know. I think that it's a great watch. It's a good show. It's very fantasy, but it is great, awesome. It got a lot of action. I'm not somebody who really like a lot of like chick flicks and like sad, like sappy stories and shit like that. Give me some action. Give me some shit like that. That's the kind of stuff that I like. So if you like fantasy or if you like sci-fi, if you're trying to find something new, get into something new, I would definitely suggest this show. I've watched the series like 3 or 4 times because it is such a good show, and the visuals are stunning, the action is amazing, it keeps you hooked. So I really think that it's a great show. I think people should watch it. But that's all that I have for this week for you all. I will see you all same time, no, I will not see y'all same time, same place next week because I know this episode is a little bit behind. So I will be on time next week, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Bye.